Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks so much for tuning into Morning Pulse. I'm Kelsey Marier, your host and producer of this digital broadcast here in our digital studio at KTTC. This morning, I have for you 4 local headlines for January 23rd on this Friday, as well as a little recap of the weather. Obviously, weather is one of our major headlines for today, but I'll touch on that at the end. But we are going to start with a story this morning that was brand new into our newsroom just a couple minutes ago, and so this is brand new information to us that we want to relay on to you from some authorities in North Iowa. So we have learned that a Northern Iowa man is facing multiple felony charges, including sexual exploitation of a minor after being arrested. So according to the Howard County Sheriff's Office, on your screen, you see 38-year-old Adam Neitzel of Lime Springs. He was attempting to meet what he believed was a 14-year-old girl for sex. Deputies say that he had a white powder substance on him consistent with methamphetamine, which then led to a search warrant at his home where authorities found and seized 10 firearms as well as ammunition, marijuana, and meth. He is also charged with enticing, grooming, and possession of a firearm. So this is brand new information from the Howard County Sheriff's Office this morning that we wanted to relay to you. Moving now into southern Minnesota, over in the Winona area, the State Attorney General's office has announced a conviction in a criminal sexual conduct case. This was involving students in Winona. So Eric Berth, also pictured on your screen here, was the track coach at Winona Senior High School. He also taught physical education. Well, at a plea hearing this week, he had admitted to sexually assaulting 3 different students. Those crimes taking place in the years 2016, 2017, and 2022. Berth pleading guilty to 3 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct. Next up on our newscast today, we're talking about Senator Amy Klobuchar officially taking the first step to run for Minnesota governor. She has filed paperwork to form a campaign committee. Now, this is according to a person close to the 65-year-old Democratic senator. Of course, filing the paperwork is a necessary step for anyone to consider a run. That source also says Klobuchar is expected to make an announcement, maybe a bigger announcement on her confirmed plans in the coming days here. So we'll look out for that. This filing, as we know, comes after current governor Tim Walz had announced recently that he was dropping his re-election bid. This was, of course, amid the welfare fraud scandal that's going on in the state right now. What we do know is that Klobuchar is not expected to immediately give up her Senate seat. She is still serving, obviously, and she has more than 4 years left in her 4th Senate term. But of course, this is a pretty big name throwing her hat in the ring for Minnesota governor on the Democratic side. And last but not least, on this Friday morning, we are talking about a first alert day. Obviously, it's very cold out this morning, and we just wanted to let you know, a reminder from the city of Rochester that they're trying to help keep people warm in these frigid temperatures. So Rochester Public Transit has already implemented a Warm Place to Be, that program, through this Sunday, and it allows anybody who needs to escape the bitter cold, maybe stuck outside, you can board an RPT bus for free. All you have to do is let the bus driver know, and they'll allow you to come on to that bus at no cost. Again, this is, of course, trying to help people stay safe and warm during these dangerously cold temperatures that we have today, all the way through Sunday and even into Monday. And so on that note, we want to let you know a little bit more about the weather forecast for today. On your screen here, you see our first alert weather tab, the page for our website, kttc.com. Meteorologist Ted Schmidt has updated his weather forecast for everyone today to let you know what the weather is going to be like. Obviously, if you have been listening to us for a couple of days, or if you have not stepped outside yet, you will know that it is a first alert day because Arctic air is really dominating the headlines. I mean, we, at one point this morning, right around 6:30, we were facing wind chill levels at 50 degrees below zero. That's what it feels like outside, or what it did at least 2 hours ago. Our high temperature at the time as well, or currently right now, is 21 degrees below zero. That is the high current temperature. So yeah, this Arctic air has already moved into our region. It's bringing basically the coldest weather of the season that we've seen so far today, which is what prompted this first alert day. Those wind chill values throughout the day today expected to be anywhere between -30 and -50. Obviously, that's very dangerously cold. Potentially could lead to frostbite if you are outside without covering yourself within 10 minutes. But the silver lining here is that the sun will be shining. So we don't have to deal with these dangerously cold temperatures and the wind we don't have to couple that with any snow falling. So that's good. However, these cold days are going to last all throughout the weekend into Monday morning. So keep that in mind for your weekend plans. Try to plan things that are indoors. You might need to take up a new hobby, maybe do a puzzle or hang out with your family or friends and watch a couple movies, hang out with your pets. Just do things that may not take you outdoors, because it's not going to be necessarily safe to be doing that today or any of the upcoming days through the weekend, which unfortunately is happening during a weekend, but Mother Nature, we don't get to decide what Mother Nature does, and so we are just trying to report this to you so that you can plan ahead and still be safe, keep you and your family safe. All right, those are the news and weather headlines I have for you on this Finally Friday. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope that you have a good weekend ahead. Obviously, I hope you stay warm and can keep your thoughts positive, even though we're dealing with a very, very bitterly cold spell. But we will have improvement on the way next week. So keep that in mind. That's what will keep us going through this very cold weekend. All right, thanks for joining me, and I will see you later.